Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this Tuesday night? Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. First month, like last year, right? Even more so than last year. This year is going to go fast. Well, it's not going to slow down because you are getting older, sir, and everybody else out there who's getting older. Age part is exponential. It feels like time feels like it's passing by fast, right? Why? There's got to be a scientific, logical explanation for that, right? Because time is the same, the second is the same, the minute is the same, whether you are 15 years old or 50 years old, but somehow our circadian rhythm, I have no fucking idea. Uh, or because, when you are old, when as you grow older, maybe our mind somehow is racing towards something. What? To the graveyard? No fucking idea. Uh, but in any case, how is everyone doing, huh? I am doing this podcast. Uh, Today I just finished some work, you know, had my leftovers. Well, that's my fucking life, right? I actually kind of woke up late today too. Not super late, but yeah, from like the typical 9 to 5 schedule, and which I don't like, you know. Um, and then obviously I was talking to my wife and it's depressing here, obviously, right? January up in New York is kind of fucking cold, and especially if you are by yourself, right? It's even more so. Um, and I have no plans to go anywhere. Part of the obvious reason, like, where else are you gonna go, sir? We just came back from fucking Orlando. I probably most likely will go see my wife, whatever it is going to be. If it happens that she gets her interview, hopefully soon, sooner than later, right? Otherwise, we're gonna make some plans, probably towards like March. Uh, you know, um, I don't know. Maybe we'll go back to Turkey and spend like a couple of weeks there. I don't know. I don't know yet, but we'll see, right? We are on the mercy of immigration people. Um, what else? What else? I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna sound boring tonight in this fucking podcast, unless something clicks in my mind that I talk about that something more interesting, right? Oh, one thing more interesting. So we have a stand-up comedy place here in Jersey City, right? And so, do I want to do stand-up open mic? Well, I mean, why not? Although I feel kind of old because I go to that bar sometimes, right? And then they have the comedy, like the room inside the bar, right? I never been to that fucking show because it's like, what am I going to do? Like, listen to these comedians, you know? And so I think the guy who runs that show, because I was talking to him like many months ago, hey man, you guys are doing any open mics? It was like, yeah, we probably do it, and then never did it. But finally, I got something like an email or text message from him uh, that they are doing something in I think next Sunday. This is that's this Sunday? No, I think that next Sunday that they are probably going to do some like open mic. Uh-huh. And I'm thinking, although I did sign up for that, and I had to have some material prepared for that, right? I guess I'm just not going to go up there and just talk randomly and then like fucking, you know, make a fool of myself. Well, make a fool of myself if I make them laugh, right? But that's different. But if they don't even laugh, it's like, what the hell is this guy talking about, right? But I did sign up, and so that's next Sunday, right? I have to put it on the calendar just in case if I forget. So let's see. I'm not saying that, I'm a comedian. If anything, I'm gonna sound like fucking. Who are the comedians, like, for example, that probably started early in their lives, right? And I'm kind of old to really get on the fucking, mic with what, like five comedians listening to me, not a real audience. Isn't that what they do for open mic, right? Because I've done that a few times back in the days. I don't know. I guess it's just if I can do it, I think it's fun. If I couldn't do it, then it's going to be a embarrassment. Hey, listen, what's the harm, right? What's the harm if I do it, and then if I, what's that term that comedians use when they go up there and then they're like, oh, you know what? I said this, I was talking about this topic, and then nobody laughed. What is the term that comedians use? Shit. In any case, so if I do that, then I'll probably just like never even like go near that bar. Is that what it is? No. But I mean, because I've seen some of the comedians, I think, who are outside, ushers. They are like guys in their 30s, I think, and I'm like fucking 50. So I don't know. We will see, right? We shall see. So that's something new. I'm kind of like sort of excited that, am I going to? I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure there'll be like 1,000 people who sign up for that, right? Because we don't have any other places where there's comedy. Do we have any other places? I think not as good as that place. And what am I going to say up there, huh? I'm not going to fucking, give out my trade secrets at this point. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but let's see, right? Talk shit. Um, and and the other thing I was looking at was, it's going to be 58 degrees this Friday, but it seems like all the fucking golf courses are just closed up here until March, I think, there because it doesn't make any sense for them to keep them open, right? Because it's a lot of money, maintenance, pay the people, get the food, whatever, right? So it's 58 degrees actually this Friday, and obviously, I told my wife, she was like, "You're out of your fucking mind. Don't do it." I can't do it anyways. Oh, now it's 54 and cloudy. I wouldn't mind going out to the fucking course, but golf is basically the courses are just closed for the season. It sucks. Uh, Last Sunday I did go to the simulator, right? I went to the simulator in Hoboken at Play Hoboken, that place where they have the fucking, every indoor game you can possibly think of, from like fucking all the board games, right? All the pool, the fucking even like ping pong, which is also called table tennis, right? And and then I played like for an hour or a little over hour. I played the golf simulator, right? I think I played like 10 holes. But simulator you play with real golf clubs, right? It's not like you were playing the simulator with that fucking, Nintendo Switches, right? But it's still not as fun as like fucking real, turf. You are out there. Weather is a little nice, you're feeling the environment. If you're playing with somebody, you're talking shit, right? Simulation obviously is not as good as real life. I mean, real golfs are. Okay, so what if this life is a fucking simulation and then we realize that holy shit, this is just a simulation means the real life is something else. Means it's in that other dimension where the fucking dark energy and dark matter is. Is that what it is? I have no fucking idea. Um, but I'll probably go again in a couple of weeks to the simulator until weather breaks, right? And then in March, all the golf courses open. So we're talking about like month and a half at least, right? Which is close to like my birthday, right? And makes me kind of like more depressed that my birthday is coming up and I'm getting older instead of getting younger, right? Well, you can beat the nature laws, sir. Laws of nature, unless you want to become a shaman, and then you are into like fucking like natural psychedelics, and then you are in those dimensions and you are just living subsistently, right? In these dimensions of like physical dimensions, and you realize that, oh holy shit, you know what, those dimensions are as real as these or this world, this realm. So why, and those dimensions are even better. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the landscape it's more beautiful, or maybe you meet aliens. I have no fucking idea, right? Then you tell yourself, why the hell am I wasting my time in this physical universe, which you know probably is just a manifestation of, or not the manifestation, it's the other way around, are the other worldly dimensions, are manifestation of a different realm and manifestation of a higher level sort of living or even mindset, a higher level than this physical realm. I don't fucking idea. Because I'm just babbling without making any fucking sense, I think. But whatever. Uh, I never been in any of those realms except when I took mushrooms once, and they helped me actually resolve some of the things, I think, like I have like fucking OCD, I think, mildly speaking, right? That it helps you get into that subconscious, and then somehow that whatever that convoluted thread in your mind from your childhood or whatever trauma, whatever the fuck it is, right? It gets unwinded, right? It gets unconvoluted. Is there even a word? And And no, I'm not, I don't know. I mean, it's tough to like get on those, natural, like, what do you call, psychedelic therapies, right? Because a lot of people do that now, and apparently it helps them. People with PTSD, you know, and they're now even approved by FDA, right? And some of the pharmaceutical companies have come up with these antidepressants based on psychedelics instead of just fucking chemicals, right? So um, I can imagine, like, if you have gone onto some fucking war, right, where you saw killings in front of your eyes, or you are involved, you know, in even though you were just basically trying to defend yourself of whatever the fuck cause you were defending, right? And then in the midst of all that, maybe one of your fucking bullets killed the enemy, right? And then you come back home, and then you saw, and then all those fucking things, in your head come back, and exactly that's what happened with all these fucking soldiers have come from, these Middle East wars, right? And then we have a war going on right now as we speak, and I'm hoping that this doesn't affect my wife's visa situation and everybody else this visa situation. So I don't know. I mean, I mean, all I have to just do is you know just be more depressed. I just it is what it is, for us. But what I'm saying is that, the weather sort of like fucking limits your mobility, especially up here northeast and other parts of the world, uh, which are actually colder. My brother was actually, he was posting like fucking temperature up in Sweden. That's where he lives. That's like the fucking cold country, man. Oh my fucking God. And right now they have like 6 hours of fucking what do you call sunlight, right? And then it's like cold as fuck. And if I'm up there, dude, I'll be depressed as fuck. You know what I mean? Um, so you gotta be tough up there, especially if you're living by yourself in that fucking cold country, right? And, and isn't that why I think the government up there actually rations, like liquor or booze to people, right? Otherwise, people will be drinking out of their mind, right? Uh, I don't know, life events can give you PTSD somehow. I'm not saying that I have PTSD, but somehow I have some fears of whatever the fuck it is, right? Um, Maybe I feel that in my past fucking life, actually, let's start with that. I don't believe in past life because I have no fucking idea. People say, oh, you know what? I was this before, I was that before. How the fuck do you know that? Huh? How? Is it something that actually you came here with some sort of a fucking slip from the previous life? Or some sort of a marking on your fucking, whatever, some sort of on your soul? Huh? I have fucking idea. I don't believe in that, to be honest with you. I think this is what it is. This is one life, and this is it. You know? As far as what happens after this, after we die, I don't fucking idea. I fucking idea. I mean, the theories, obviously, I mean, I discussed about that, I think, few times in my previous podcasts. And one theory is that nothing happens. We're just dead. Dead means dead. Because right now I'm talking because I'm this biological machine. My body is the alien artifact, right? And I can move my hands and this and that, and I can think and I can. talk and I can see and I can feel and everything, right? Now, if I'm dead, then I'm dead, right? That's one theory. Now, the other theory is that, especially people who are into psychedelic realms, what they say is that even there was an experiment that this PhD doctor did with funding from FDA, I think, on what was that? LSD? Not LSD, DMT. So I mean, this is again a theory, and don't quote me on this. There's a theory that human body produces DMT, right? Where is that produced? Lungs? I have no fucking idea. Somewhere, right? Lungs are somewhere. And at the advent of death, body just pumps DMT into the brain, and somehow that DMT pushes us into some other fucking realm, right? At the advent of death, right? Is that what happens? I mean, there's some other theory, right? Because people who actually did those experiments on DMT, which is dimethyltryptamine, and even government sanctioned experiment back in the 90s that this guy did. I'm trying to remember his name because they were saying that when they gave them DMT, it was for many it was a spiritual experience. For others, it was just meeting some fucking aliens and being in a different dimension, right? So maybe that's what happens, right? I mean, there's another theory, right? Uh, you do another third theory, sir? No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Again, these are speculations. Who knows? Nobody has come back from fucking other side, all right? So who am I to basically conjecture, right? Who am I to propose any new theories? I have no fucking idea. All right. Uh, what else is going on? Just work, 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 and then just like sleep. Let's just talk about sleep, all right? Because in a place like New York and in this Northeast area, in many parts of the world, not only America, a lot of people, uh, including myself, sometimes we don't get enough sleep, 6, 7 hours, right? 7 hours. And then we become cranky. And then I think that's where the disease starts, right? If your body's not getting enough rest, then that's not good, right? So how the hell do you actually fall asleep? Am I going to talk about sleep now? I just talk about death now. Well, all I'm saying is that for me, lately, for many years, I think for many, many years, sleep has been a problem. And then going out for the weekend, especially when I was young, and that just screws up your whole fucking routine, right? But then years and years of living alone, that also gives you this fucking sort of what do you call um depression, you can say, um or anxiety, actually anxiety. And then for me, obviously, um because of my fucking what do you call not so much, well, maybe delaying getting my citizenship and all that, that also fucking affected me. And And mm, I think people like me who have anxiety, right? People like me who have anxiety, they usually have sleeping problems. Although when I was young, I didn't have that problem, you know. Even when I was working before I came to this country, you know what happened? I remember I flew into fucking JFK, right? 22 years ago. And and I was already sleepless because I was so excited to come to America, right, to go to school here and this and that, right? And then for days, like, well, I came to the college, right? I took the bus from Port Authority, and then one of my friends from Canada, he was so nice. He came down to basically show me around because he went to the same school, you know. And and I was so fucking tired that night. I remember the first night I I uh, I stayed right up in upstate New York, and I was so fucking tired. I had like days and days of like sleeplessness, right? Before I came, and then that flight is also so fucking long, you know. And then I slept like, after we went to like a Greek diner, sort of like, souvlaki place. First time I had Greek food, amazing, right? And then I was staying like for a couple of days with one of his old roommates, right? And then I slept that night, and then after that, then I was just sleepless. And then, you are in fucking college, and that also just makes you fucking sleepless, the fucking homework and this and that. But in any case, so I think my sleeping problems started occurring after that, and then fucking September 11th happened, right? That also sort of like, not that it affected me directly, but I think indirectly, just like many people, Uh, and I'm glad I didn't go to school here in New York City because that would have been a fucking disaster, right? But in any case, so I think my sleeping problems started happening since then, to be honest with you. You are in college, right? And you are excited. It's your first year in America, right? And then at the same time, it just like, it's hard to find a job because it was right after also not only September 11th when I graduated, but also it was right after that fucking internet bubble burst. Remember in 2000? It was a fucking disaster. I remember there were a lot of guys who started these like fucking internet companies, right? Entrepreneurship companies. And they got busted because of that bubble burst, right? Isn't that when fucking Elon Musk and all these other people had started, what do you call it, something like PayPal? And this was like at that time, I think it was also like not only PayPal, but there was eBay. I remember because I bought a computer from eBay, right? Yeah, like a used laptop from eBay when I was up in school, college, right? And I didn't have any fucking money, And then that fucking computer, what happened was that the screen just went fucking, what do you call, dark. It was working, but screen went dark. It was one of those Toshibas, right? But in any case, so what am I doing this podcast and turning this into my fucking escapade into my college years or college year? It was a 1 year program, right? But I was thinking about sleep, so I think that's one. And then after that, it was just, you graduate and then you're looking for fucking work and you can't find a job because of these two things, September 11th and then the fucking bubble burst internet, right? But in any case, I got lucky and I got a job and then, I moved down to Westchester and then I was just hanging out in fucking New York City every weekend, right? I mean, you're single. What else can you do, right? You stay in fucking Westchester and do what? Nothing, right? So yeah, in a natural way, I did that, and I knew that somehow I was somehow something in my fucking brain that was, I think, responsible for sleep. What is that fucking what is it? Gland. Some gland actually that regulates your sleep. Trying to remember the gland that regulates your sleep. Pituitary gland? No, not pituitary. That's responsible for your growth and your puberty and all that, right? One of those gland that controls, that regulates sleep, that regulates sleep, right? Pineal gland, pineal or pineal gland. Uh, it makes the hormone called melatonin, right? And then if you have, I think if you have melatonin imbalance, uh, then it becomes a problem. I think that's what happened to me during those fucking first few weeks, I think, and then right after September 11th, it was just like a fucking sleepless time, and uh, and I mean, I had my fun, you know. At the same time, I was with young graduate students. Some of my classmates, they were older, right? And we were, we had fun, and then, when I was in summer and up in Ithaca, I was just swimming in the fucking gorges. That was nice, going to fucking graduate student center, right? Whatever the hell it was. Chapter house was a beer, like it was sort of like a beer bar, right? For graduate students. All the PhDs were there, right? I wasn't doing a fucking PhD. I didn't want, I mean, I wasn't good enough to do a fucking PhD. I wanted to get my fucking 1 year master's and get the hell out of there and, find a job because I needed money, right? But in any case, so I think those are the times when it actually screwed up my fucking circadian rhythm, right? Pineal gland. Uh, some people say, I think, going back to that researchers work on DMT, what he was saying, or somebody from that study, they were saying that pineal gland also produces a lot of DMT, and that's why sometimes you get the REM sleep, right, where you feel like your dreams are sort of real, and or deep sleep. I think that's what it is. Deep, when you're sleeping deep, and then you have some dreams, which are like uh some sort of a simulation or simulation world, right? Although dreams are weird things, to be honest with you. Dreams are weird. You know why? Um, you're dreaming about something, right? You're dreaming about something in 1 minute, and then the next fucking minute you're dreaming of something else. You some people say that dreams are these unsettled thoughts, right? But I'm not sure. Again, we don't even fucking know what dreams are. And we're talking about what happens to us after we die. No, forget it, sir. Um, let's just stay and stick to this world, all right? So I think that was the time. I'm not blaming college for screwing up my fucking, I mean, college here, my master's, for screwing up my fucking circadian rhythm, right? But it can happen. It can happen. Like, if you don't sleep for like a week, right? If you have slept only 3 hours, 4 hours per week, that can actually screw up your fucking whole routine, right? I'll be like a fucking zombie, and that's what I was. But sometimes I remember. But then, what do you call, there was, community college, they would help you. Hey, you want to talk about something that's bothering you, blah, 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 or you go to the fucking doctor, right? But those doctors up there, those college doctors, they are so fucking bad that they don't help you. They don't. That says, oh man, Oh, you got a sleeping problem? You want to take a sleeping pill? I'm like, no, I don't want to take a fucking sleeping pill. All right. And then and then I was looking. I think I was. Am I gonna fucking turn my podcast into my college year? Right? No. But I think that was the time. It was a big change for me to come here. I think that actually somehow. And then I had a lot of expectations, right? And then some of those expectations were true, and many of those were not true. And then the whole like fucking Hollywood movies. I've watched a lot of Hollywood movies. I was watching a lot of. I mean, I was watching a lot of Hollywood movies when I was in college in my undergrad, right? But in any case, so all that excitement, right? And somehow, I gotta blame my fucking graduate school for screwing up that whole my sleeping routine, right? In any case, all right. So let's move on, sir. Uh, I don't know what I'm doing this weekend, right? No fucking plans. And that what's, you know what? When I don't have a fucking plan especially for the weekend, right? And then my wife is not here, and then that completely sucks. It completely sucks. Oh, there's something going on. Hold on a second. There's something going on 28th. The people from mountains, they're doing something. I'll probably go there. I think they're doing some sort of event because there is a tourism conference right now in what do you call at the Jacob Jarvis Center in New York. Because I got something from somebody. Uh, but in any case, so I'll probably go there if that's happening on 28th. What is that, 28th? That's 27th. I have no idea. So today is 23rd, right? So I'm sorry, I'm probably just sounding too fucking depressed because I'm thinking about like near future and I don't have any fucking plans, right? What you gonna do? Just like fucking sit home and like, yeah, well, if you talk to my wife, she's like, oh, you should do some cleaning and you should do that, man. Yeah, um, but we'll see, right? And just imagine that if you are living a life like this, right? And I'm so happy that that I met my wife, and even though we are 6,000 fucking gazillion miles away, right? She's there for me, and I'm there for her. And yeah, it's not easy for me to and also for I'm not saying that it's easy for her to make this decision. And then we're not even together. We only have been together for like what, 3 months, 4 months, in almost year and a half. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks, but I'm glad that she's there. And I'm not technically alone, right? Although physically I'm here alone, and there's the saga of my life, right? However, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was that the fucking our condo building, although without getting into details, they're jaking up the fucking maintenance. 170% is unfucking believable, you know. I had to send them an email. I didn't get a chance, because I have a lot of fucking work. I had to do other things. And I got so mad the other day in the office. I got this letter. Oh, we're jacking up 170%. It's not only for me, but it's also for everyone. And I'm like, what? What the fuck, dude? So in any case, without revealing a lot of like personal details, but there's something I wanted to talk. It's just like, dude, why would you fucking jack up the maintenance so much? You know? And so I had to get the details, and I'm gonna go to one of the board meetings, the next board meetings, and find out what the hell is going on, you know? And and obviously, why would you want to, fucking pay so much HOA, which is the maintenance, right? And then it was already high. Now it's going to become so fucking high that it's going to be it's ridiculously fucking high. All right. So I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to send them an email in a nice way. I need to know the details, please, because what the fuck, right? And how can you make that decision? Because I was talking to my wife, and she was calming me down, and then I was talking to my real estate agent, right? And he was like, "Yeah, man, this is fucking insane. You should ask them and find out." And then I sent, actually, I had to call my real estate lawyer and see what she says. Because I would rather not pay, 170% of the fucking HOA, which is like fucking gazillion dollars. I mean, it's hundreds of dollars, all right? And HOA, first of all, up here, everything is so expensive to begin with. And on top of that, I have to pay like 170% of the fucking HOA. That's fucking insane. And and if let's say that, hopefully my wife is here soon, right? And then we decide to basically, temporarily move to a warmer place for 2 months, 3 months. And if I'm going to put this on the fucking Airbnb or rent this, I'm not going to get that much money, in rent, right? So, yeah, there's a fucking loss of income, right? Income loss. And then it's also the tax season, everyone. Now we're getting into the fucking tax season. I don't want to sound like a fucking, accountant all of a sudden, right? But Uh, yeah, now I have to file taxes for my company, and my wife has been helping me, and and yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, It's not easy to just like say, oh, you know what? I work for myself. Well, yeah, um, because then you're responsible for fucking rent. You're responsible for your accounting, your taxes, and you want to make sure that IRS doesn't fucking come after you, audit you, right? Especially for your company taxes and all that, right? And like the same, And and then I'm just hoping, and this is the other fucking problem, right? I'm hoping that I'll get some money back from uh, from my federal taxes, right? Because I think I paid a lot of fucking taxes, right? And then just imagine if I was in a place like Florida, right? If I was a Florida resident or Texas, right? I will not be paying the state tax. All right? There's no state tax in Florida. There's no state tax in fucking Texas. It's New Jersey and New York. These are the fucking states which basically suck the blood out of your fucking body. That's what they do. And and eventually, I think I'm just gonna move down there. Fuck this. I'm just gonna move down to fucking Florida. I wish I could, but I can't, all my jobs, all my clients are up here. But maybe I should look into like, you know, transferring my license, my engineering license, not transferring, but getting my engineering license down in Florida, right? And then finding clients because there's a lot of fucking construction happening down there, right? And you know, and then just move down there for 6 months, and then uh, and eventually just move down there completely, right? That probably is not going to happen soon because now to transfer my fucking to get my like not transfer to get my engineering license in Florida, then I have to get all the fucking undergraduate transcripts and this and that and blah 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 blah. Right? It's a fucking hassle, because I did that. I had to do that for New Jersey back in the days, and but I had to do that. Otherwise, I won't be able to survive down there. So what else is going on? I'm almost at the 1 hour of my podcast. I'm sorry, I apologize. Maybe I just fucking sound boring tonight because sometimes life's boring. Oh, you people would say, "Oh, how is it boring, sir?" I mean, you are in America, right? You're in America, but then, well, America doesn't mean that you are in America and America revolves around you, right? Yeah, I don't have to worry about like fucking electricity or running water. Sometimes I do have to worry about running water because they shut down the water, right? But basic things, yeah. But then it's an individualistic society, individualistic life, right? And people are just into themselves, and everybody's just living their own life, especially up here, right? And I don't know. As I'm growing older, I think I feel like I don't need to social. I mean, I don't have a lot of social life anyways to begin with, right? But I just feel like I don't want to socialize a lot. And then I'm like, I just want to do my own fucking thing. Sometimes, I'll go out, right? But then, you come home and then you work and then it becomes a routine and then you get bored of this too, like, dude. And especially doing things alone. That sucks. But hey, sometimes maybe it's better. Or enjoy your whatever, right? Single life until your wife is here, right? Comes here. Um, but I'll probably meet my family. My other sister is here from Germany. Oh shit. Speaking of which, I think I told them to come over for dinner Thursday night. So Thursday night, I think they're coming over. I'll cook some food. I did cook some food. When was that? Monday night? Was that yesterday? Did I cook yesterday or day before? Uh, shit, I'm losing my fucking mind, dude. No, I cooked actually yesterday. Yeah, I did some cooking yesterday. I cooked some potatoes too, for breakfast. And that's what I had this morning, breakfast, potatoes and like 2 eggs, one egg whites, one whole egg, right? And I'll probably go to bagel shop tomorrow. We'll see, right? But more importantly for everyone, make sure you get enough sleep and whatever you need to do because these are the things which are, I think, which are essential to our fucking well-being. Because if you don't have enough sleep during the night or during the week, then you become so fucking unproductive. I mean, I become so unproductive. I just become cranky, and I just like, and just also I could become angry and this and that. And I gotta find another hobby, right? I don't know. I gotta get my flying going, because I think I want to fly some fucking helicopters at least. Am I gonna sound like Bill Burr right now? Because he's doing that, right? Maybe I think that's easier than like spending gazillions of dollars on, getting your private pilot license, right? I don't know. That's probably not cheap either, right? But we'll see. We'll see. Um, and is there anything else bothering me this week? No, just not really nothing, to be honest with you. I was really going through some tough time during the holidays, right before Christmas, and then I apologized to my friends. I think I kind of got angry in a group text, but whatever. I apologized to them if, because I was just like fucking, you know, uh, what do you call? I was just not happy, and it just that time of the year, especially, these holidays, everybody's happy, and then realize, okay, so what am I happy about? My wife is not here, and I'm fucking like a lunatic. What am I celebrating here? And that kind of made me fucking depressed. And yeah, isn't that what they said? These holidays, especially those holidays, like, right for Christmas and those, right? That can make you fucking go like nuts, especially if you are like living by yourself and you don't have anybody else and this and that, right? And it just becomes a fucking disaster. I don't think I said anything drastically there. I apologize, but whatever. All right. And I'm just hoping that I can get on that fucking comedy routine, right? Comedy routine, and hopefully I can come up with some material. Material. Oh, I'm a material girl. Remember that fucking Badana song? And I can use that 5 minutes it's gonna give me. Well, first of all, if there are gonna be a lot of fucking wannabe comedians, and I know I'm gonna be the guy who is like the older guy, and everybody else is gonna be like in their 20s and 30s, right? Aspiring comedians. They're gonna look at me like, oh, what the fuck's this guy doing? Is he like changing his career? Is he on a fucking career suicide mission? Right? But I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll see how that goes. But whatever we do in our fucking lives, we just have to keep going. That's what it is. We have to keep going, find more happiness, more health, you know, and and fun. Fun in life is more important because otherwise, like otherwise, life can be boring. It can get so fucking boring that it's like me. Sometimes I fall into that black hole, right? And then I just fall into the fucking black hole. I just shut myself down, even, and my wife would be like, "Where are you? Where are you?" It's like I just basically during that time I'm just in my fucking bedroom, just watching whatever TV or I'm sleeping, whatever Netflix or whatever the fuck, right? Speaking of which, I watched that movie. Did I tell you guys the creator? It's about AI. I apologize if I'm talking about that again. It's an interesting movie about AI, and it's like a futuristic what the AI is going to do, right? And the humans are trying to fight the AI. Is that like the fucking pre-Terminator movie, right? When Skynet basically took over the whole world, right? The creator. Look it up. It's an interesting movie. Um, but what's the other show that I'm watching these days? I don't know. I just watch fucking old shows, and and I'm not sure what are the new movies these days. Well, I mean, aren't they supposed to be like fucking post holiday movies, new post holiday movies, new movies? All right. Sorry, I just new movies. I'm into science fiction and those kind of movies, and it seems like Hollywood is not producing a lot of them. Haunted Man, what the fuck is that? Sounds like an action movie, right? Oh, Aquaman. That's the new Aquaman with what's his name? Jason Momoa. Um, and the Ferrari. Oh yeah, Ferrari is the one with fucking Adam Driver, right? About Denzo, whatever the hell his name is, right? The owner of that Ferrari car line, right? What else? What else? Full circle. What the fuck's that? I know fucking idea. Dance within a time. I'm hoping that, this weekend I can watch some movies, even the older ones, science fiction ones. I think I'm into that. And then, action, comedy is good too, right? All right, everyone. I don't know. Maybe I'm not in my spirit tonight. I have no fucking idea. Um, but I'm hoping that you all are having a great week, and all you people up here in Northeast, don't be too depressed because this is like the post-holiday January, February, which is like the most depressing time of all time, right? All fucking times. And and as much as I miss my wife, right? And we want to be together, I wish that again she was here. Um, I was, I'm glad I did that Orlando thing. I was really extremely depressed right after New Year's, and I saw fucking storms coming up, coming to fucking Northeast. But then again, you know, we can get snow and fucking nor'easters anytime up until fucking April, right? Didn't I actually talk about, how the weather has changed and we should push months into the future, right? A month into the future. But again, that all depends on the calendar, and we can't do that. How can you do that, sir? You can't do anything about that because that's just natural cycle of the planet, right? Um, so anything else? Any, housekeeping? No housekeeping issues, not issues or items before I sign off. No, I'm just going to, watch something and just pass the fuck out because I have a lot of work, and sleep. Universe, please give me sleep because that's very important for me. Sleep, yes, all right. Sleep and good sleep, all right? Not with fucking nightmares. Because, sometimes you get these fucking nightmares, right? You're falling off a fucking cliff or some shit, right? No, I mean, I used to get like those nightmares. I think. What kind of nightmare I used to get? Oh, you want to talk about that, sir? Well, my nightmares would be like somebody's after me, or, you know, uh, what do you call, my nightmares were never like, these fucking beasts or animals were coming after me. And, because I think somehow I control those animals in my dreams. Although sometimes, yeah, it can be tough, right? A beast basically jumps at you, right? And so I don't know, my nightmares have been I just wander, I just feel like I'm just wandering, by myself and just like I'm going somewhere. And then I realize I'm in a familiar place and I realize I'm somehow I'm with my cousins or with my siblings or my parents, right? Or obviously, because now I'm married. So the dreams with me and my wife, they're gonna come, right? And so somehow, I don't know, did I basically somehow inadvertently turn my podcast also about dreams? I have no fucking idea. But dreams are interesting, although they can be a fucking pain in my ass again because you're dreaming about something. If you're dreaming about something nicer, right? Something nice, whatever it is, right? You wish that just that dream would just go on and on and on and on, right? But it doesn't, and that what sucks, right? About dreams. All right, with that note, I think let's just end the podcast. I'll see you all next weekend or Monday, Tuesday.